pre-K. So, our ocean animal today, it's not a surprise, but it's my second favorite. So, I think I've told you why I love jellyfish so much. Because when I was little, I saw them, and I've just always been fascinated by them and how beautiful they were. And so my whole life, I've always just had my favorite. What's your favorite ocean animal? Jellyfish. Actually, it was my favorite animal. So, of any kind of animal, not just ocean, land, sea, air, everything. And so, I always have people try to change my mind too, but I never changed. And then, 3 years ago, gosh, it's been 3 years already. It was about this time, 3 years ago, actually almost exactly, because it was the full moon. And in May, I went and I did a class, so I got to be a student instead of being a teacher. And I went out to the beach and with a really great teacher. And she taught me and some other people about horseshoe crabs and how special they are and how important they are and how amazing they are. And so that day we got to find horseshoe crabs, adult size horseshoe crabs, and we got to tag them, meaning we got to, we had a man there from the South Carolina Department of Natural, or I don't know, something important. The dog is driving me crazy right now, honestly. He was there to show us how to tag different horseshoe crabs. And so we would put a little thing into their shell. It didn't hurt them. They were fine. And so anytime if you ever see a horseshoe crab on a beach, if it's alive, we've talked about it, flip them over and help them get back in the water. And if it's not, but if you see a little circle on it, and it has a phone number on it. And if it does, call that number, or if you're on the beach and you can take a picture of that number and then call the people that really, really care about the horseshoe crabs. They're trying to track where they are. So they track where we tag them, and then they track where people might see them. So we know how far they travel. And most horseshoe crabs kind of stay in the same area. But anyway, so I got to learn about them that day and how great they are. And then about a week after that, and that day on the beach, I got to see what horseshoe crab eggs look like. And then after that day, I set up our tank, the one that's in our classroom. And 2 weeks later, they brought me horseshoe crab eggs because the females, the moms, lay eggs on the beach. And then the little eggs, it takes a little while for them, and then they hatch, and they're teeny tiny horseshoe crabs. And so the 2 horseshoe crabs that are in our classroom right now, we hatched them from eggs. And so I know it's been a while since we've seen them. We saw them, the last time we saw them was in December. I've seen them a lot since this whole not being able to go to school thing started. They seem to be out a lot now. They really do hibernate in the winter, and that's what happened. We just didn't see them because they were just underneath. But they have shed their exoskeletons, both of them, in the class, so they're growing. And I will try when I'm at school next to maybe show you a picture or get a little video of them. But they're doing great, and they'll be there. I have them next year too. So when you guys go to kindergarten, guess what? I'll let you guys come back over and see the horseshoe crabs whenever you want. So anyway, so today this is getting to be a long video, but you're going to learn about horseshoe crabs. You're going to learn that they're not crabs. They're not. They are in their own little category. They're not crabs. If they had a relative, it would be a spider or a scorpion. Isn't that cool? But they're not crabs, even though they're called horseshoe crabs. Kind of like seahorses. They're not horses. And jellyfish. They're not fish. Starfish. Not fish. What's up with all these names? But anyway, the cool things about horseshoe crabs, there's a million cool things about them, is they were around before the dinosaurs. They've been around longer than when the dinosaurs were here. They were here before them. They were here about 450 million years ago. So it's crazy to think that. But they've been on the earth longer, just about longer than just about anything. So they have been able to survive everything. They survived whatever the dinosaurs didn't. So they have survived everything. They're amazing. I have one video that's attached that's going to talk about their amazing blood. It's blue. I was able, that day I was on the beach, we took blood from a couple of them. Well, I didn't, but the scientist did to show us, and they do some testing with that too. But their blood is amazing. If you've ever had a shot or a vaccine, that means horseshoe crab blood has helped you, because their blood is able to detect any kind of germ, any kind of bacteria, and it fights it. It gets right around it, and then that way they know if a vaccine has any germs in it or if it doesn't. And all scientists use this. And so we're really, really lucky to have our horseshoe crabs, to have them here around South Carolina, and then to have them in our classroom. And so I hope you enjoyed learning about them. I don't have a color sheet for them because I don't know. Maybe I don't think enough people know how great they are. But after today, I know we've talked about this, but you're going to know more about how great they are. And all right, I hope you enjoy.